Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the podcast. My name's Runestrike, and that is Azata hiding behind that chair.
Yo! The chair idea was yours, by the way. You thought it'd be cool.
But don't blame it on me.
So, how's it going?
Who are you talking to, them or me?
You.
Oh,
And whoever else wants to tell me how they're doing in the comments. It's been a long week.
yes.
Yeah. Finished my first song for the Andrew Huang class. Just mixing it this weekend. And I'll have that up. So that'll be cool.
I seen you were tweeting about it.
Yeah, I was playing a lot with like playing a note really low and then changing the octaves you play in like the FM, playing a really low note and then having the FM sent to it have it really high, so there's like a disparity there or whatever, and you'll see it. You'll listen to it in like 2 days, and then I'll send you the patch and it all makes sense. It's super cool.
Okay.
I think it's super cool. It did like that warbly thing that you get with like respaces. You know that effect? I can't ever remember what the effect is actually called, but
I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen it like in a serum patch, like several dubstep serum patches. They'll take like the oscillator that's doing the FM. It's like 2 octaves higher than the one that's like really low. Mm-hmm. Like it's a really cool effect.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You got anything new going on?
Doesn't look like I have anything new going on.
You got a lot of lights going on.
Last time. Yeah, I got more lights.
That's exciting. We got some
pretty exciting
atmosphere going. I need to put stuff on these walls.
Yeah, I can't really look at it directly. I get a seizure every time, but it looks really cool in the video.
Sure, that's what matters. That's what matters.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a few topics today. I can start. I wanted to bring up the Komplete Start. This thing is super awesome. I learned about it through the Andrew Huang class, actually.
Wow. What is it?
So it's basically like a chopped down, condensed version of Komplete Complete. It has like 18 instruments and effects for like loops, samples, instruments. And it's not that big of a download as far as I remember. It didn't seem like it took a lot, but they are pretty basic, but the range of stuff for free is fantastic, and it gives you a wonderful taste of like what Komplete has to start. One of the main ones, like, it has a whole 80s synth thing with a bunch of presets called, was that Analog Dreams? That thing's really cool. I'm not really into the 80s vibe, but it's got some cool noises. Drum machines, tons of keys, some ethereal kind of stuff. So like the range on display is pretty awesome.
Sounds like it's a pretty awesome bundle.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I like it. I used any in the last song. I used a couple impacts from it. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I like it a lot.
You used from it? Just get to be like use the whole thing, man.
So far. I'm still checking it out. I'll use it a lot more coming up. Want to really see what it's got.
I'm actually kind of excited to hear what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to play with more instruments. Like I have a lot of keys and like guitar sounds, but they're all like synthesized ones instead of like Komplete, which would be like sampled.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Komplete does have a really good sample keys and guitars and stuff. I use them quite a bit in songs.
Yeah, that's pretty great. So I will link Komplete Start in the description, And sorry, my wife is playing Zelda on the big screen, and I said link, and she turned around and looked at me. I will link the context art in the description below, and you all should check it out and download it. It's free, and like, what do you have to lose? It's great.
It's a fact. It's free.
I'm sure at the end of this, I'm gonna go end up buying whatever, their whole thing. So what did you want to talk about? You had a Launchpad X. I told you not to tell me anything about it, so now's your chance to tell me everything about it.
Okay, here's everything about it. It's just like the last one, except has more features some different features.
Whose Launchpad is it?
Novation.
Novation. I have one of those.
The Ableton.
This one. I have the Launchpad S.
Dang.
I need to clear off my desk so I can set up all my toys.
Yeah. I have the old one. Didn't use it much because the pads were not pressure sensitive, but in this new one, the pads are pressure sensitive, which plays a key role.
Yeah, you could have like velocity and stuff tied to that.
Yep.
That's dope.
You can play more ghost notes if you want to, or in the mixer section, which this one also has, but it sucks, you can get a more dialed in mixing experience. On this one, you jump between button to button, and it jumps up in level by a certain amount, which kind of sucks. So if you want to range in between the two buttons here, you'd have to go in the program and manually move it. Where on this one, you can actually slightly press the button and the pad will kind of light up. Or you can press it hard and it'll fully light up. So that's just the new mixer function. They also had a new keys function, which, from what I can tell, it kind of works kind of like the Ableton Push, where you can select different scales and you can play it chromatically and stuff. That's a cool feature, considering that most people can't really get a good controller that's small and has that type of functionality, but now they can with the Launchpad X. And I think it's going to be a pretty strong controller when it comes out.
Is it the same size as the old one?
It actually looks a little bit thinner than this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They're really trying to go for the more modern look like the Push 2 has. The Push 2 looks very modern. It looks like futuristic almost, and that's kind of what they're going for. Yeah, look up Push 2 and you'll see.
Super minimal.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, everything is like dark gray besides like the buttons, but that's cool. That's a sizable screen for that, I guess.
Yeah.
I have to see a waveform.
It's a pretty powerful controller. Anyone who has one just loves it. And it's a little expensive. But I'm thinking the Launchpad X will give you that same functionality for a lot less. So I think it's going to be a pretty hot item you're going to see a lot of producers use.
Interesting. What's the price tag?
It looked like, from what I can tell, it's not going to be much more expensive than the last one.
Novation Launchpad X. Let me use this wonderful thing we have called Google.
I Google it, but my internet might go out.
Novation Launchpad X grid controller for Ableton Live. $200.
Yeah, it's not much more expensive than the original.
Okay. I mean, compared to the Push 2, which was like $800.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Though, I mean, Launchpad versus the other one.
Yeah, the Push 2 is gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna destroy the Launchpad. But for people who can't afford that, the Launchpad is actually gonna give you way more functionality than the last one, and it's gonna be the same size factor.
So, question: have you ever actually used it to mix? Have you tried to do that?
Because my old one I have.
Really?
It was terrible.
I don't know how I'd feel about that. I think I would still want like a fader controller, because I do miss like touching actual faders to mix.
Yeah.
And that's not quite it, but
it's pretty cool. They also have some software that comes with it, which basically has these user banks you can use on the side. You can click one, like book with your finger, not with like your nose or anything. That'd be weird. You click it, and you can actually set up user banks in the software, which basically like you can have a piano section here and like MIDI clip launchers up here, and it's like customizable. Pretty cool.
Okay, so it has a bunch of layers and stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty cool. A lot of functionality to it. I'm impressed.
Pretty cool.
I give it a solid thumbs up.
Solid thumbs up. This item gets a thumbs up. I need to come up with a graphic for that later. Start rating products thumbs up or thumbs down.
This one gets a solid this.
Oh, that's scary. So the last thing I had to talk about was Subtronics new EP that came out recently. I think it's been like probably a little over a week.
Subtronics, who's that?
Subtronics, like the wonky king, I guess himself. I don't know. He does like really bouncy, wonky, heavy dubstep and rhythm stuff. We've listened to him a ton. I really enjoy just how fun it is and the way he plays with samples and stuff. And Wooked On Tronics is a little less heavy than like, what was that? Cyclops Army, which was his last one, which was what got me listening to his stuff. But Wooked On Tronics, like, what is it? Death Wish is super great on there, and Face Off, which is also incredible. Like the two heaviest tracks on the EP, which are my favorite. But it's got good choice range, I guess, from like heavy to like a little more just flowy and wonky. Sound design is really great and bright and spicy. I think there was only one song on there that I didn't like because like the way he used a sample was a little annoying and repetitive for me personally. And I know you haven't listened to this EP yet because we talked about it, but you need to go listen to it because some of the ways he mixed things in this one was a little weird for me. It felt like some things like the vocal samples and things that were kind of like, you know, telling the story of the track were like really low. So, I don't know. I have to see what you think about that.
I'm going to listen to it right now. Boy, that was a great album.
Yeah. So I guess...
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I liked it.
So I went back and checked out. It is the most irritating part is definitely at the beginning of the second drop, but, you know, that's just me. Some other people might not find it as irritating. There's just some...
It's irritating during the second drop. It just keeps going. Second drop is bad.
It makes you go mad, right?
Exactly. Yeah, maybe it's a genius, like, play on his part.
It's all intentional. Oh my gosh.
You just weren't looking at it in the right light.
You're right. I wasn't smoking a bunch of doobies and then listening to his music. That's where I messed up.
What do you think I've been doing this entire time?
That's what you did. Like, we cut, and then you went and smoked a ton of weed and then came back, and like, you're all good.
Yeah. I'm happy.
You're happy. All right. Well, that's all I have. I mean, for me, it was a pretty slow week. Those were super awesome things that I wanted to talk about. Is there anything else you got on your mind?
No, not that I can think of.
Fantastic. All right. Do you want to do the honors and take us out of here?
Sure. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this episode of the podcast. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification icon, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Azata. That's Runestrike. All of our stuff is in the description. And have a good week. Maybe we'll see you in like a week, hopefully.
Yeah, as long as we don't cancel next episode.
All right, everybody. Bye.